Yo, what's up? It's your girl, Pretty Riot, and I'm sitting pretty starting riots right here on iLLANOiZE Radio. And every single week, you come and you watch these great interviews, and you still ain't subscribed. What are you doing? Hit the subscribe button and turn the notification bell on too.
This is iLLANOiZE Radio with Biko, iLLANOiZE Jones, and Pretty Riot going down right now.
It's iLLANOiZE Radio, Chicago's most valuable radio show. I'm your host, Biko, alongside Pretty Riot, iLLANOiZE Jones. And as always, y'all already know, we bring you all the illest guests from around the city and globe. And today we got the homie Cam Jackson in the building.
Thank y'all for having me. I appreciate it.
Welcome. You invited us to your spot. Now it's only right you in our spot.
Yes.
So sincerely appreciate it. So.
Hey, man, listen, I just want to shake your hand because that food was fucking amazing.
Bruh, and then what I like about it too, you were taking feedback as we were eating it, and I can tell you used that feedback because I went back last week with the noodles and the rice.
Yeah. I'm not emotionally attached to the food, bro. Shit, just tell me how you feel, and shit, I aim to please.
Man,
you know?
that shit is off the chain.
Now, for those that don't know what we talk about, we talking about Koto Hibachi. Okay, it's a new hibachi spot that recently opened up, probably like a couple months ago.
In January.
Yeah,
late January.
So earlier this year, and already, man, we got a chance to go out and check it out before the grand opening. So we got like the pre-opening. And yeah, we got a chance to check it out. Food delicious, my brother.
Appreciate that.
I mean, can you break down a little bit a Koto Hibachi for those?
What you mean, like what it is?
Like, yeah, what it is, and of course, like how the idea came about.
All right, so what it is like a fast casual brick and mortar hibachi restaurant, and basically the idea came about. So I go back and forth to LA all the time for work, and they got this food truck out there. If you be in LA, you already know about Benny Hibachi or whatever. They got the food truck, and they used to be open till like 3 a.m, and we used to always go there, and it was good because LA food. No disrespect, the foods out there just really don't be on nothing for real. It be like so many hit or miss. So when you find something, we gonna dig it into the ground, just go all the time. So we used to always go to the food truck, and I'm like, man, we don't got nothing like this at home, like if in Chicago, if you want to get hibachi, you got to go either downtown, you got to go
South
out
suburb,
here,
you
got to go Tinley Park, you got to go
they got one in
out
Orland
west,
too.
Orland, but just the suburbs in general, the outskirts, and it wasn't really nothing in the inner city besides Benihana and besides Rana, Japan. So the way we looked at it was, when I was a kid myself, we used to always go to Hamada all the time, and my family, we ain't live out there, but we used to always drive out there. So it's like, dang, we driving 20, 30 minutes for this food. It's good, but nigga driving 30 minutes
just to eat, and then you gotta wait another hour.
And then you gotta sit next to some family that you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Then some nigga trying to squirt sake in your mouth. You feel me?
Oh yeah.
Then somebody try to throw some shrimp in your mouth or something like that. You know what? Sometimes you just want to get the food.
Yeah.
And that's where we came in. It was like me and my partner Kaylin. It was like, nah, bro, we need to do this. And so, because he was living in LA at the time, so I would just come and stay at his crib or whatever, and we would always just go. And we was like, nah, bro, we got to do this. And the crazy thing is, we was in college. We went to college together. And our idea was we want to bring a Harold's to our college, which was Mizzou, because the food down there was trash. So it's like, nah, bro, we need to bring a Harold's down to school. And we never ended up doing that, but we ended up doing this. So I just feel like the idea manifested itself in something different. Then for me in particular, Asian cuisine is just like in my family because I have a Japanese grandmother. And so, yeah, it just, my whole family is Blasian. And so, like, yeah.
Because that was going to be the next question. I was swear for the accent.
Yeah, you could say whatever you want. Try me. I got a whole family that's behind me that's going to back it. Like,
so it's always, so your coach, so you said Blasian.
Yeah, I'm not personally, but my family, my grandfather, my grandmother has always been my grandmother my whole life. Rest in peace. She was always my grandmother my whole life. My grandfather got remarried before I was even born. So I was born in '89. He got remarried in like '88. So I grew up into the world having a Japanese family, a Japanese grandmother. I grew up having 3 grandmothers. You know what I'm saying? So I got my mom, my dad, and then my grandfather, current wife, who was always his wife my whole life. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, but I never looked at it nothing. That's my grandma, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I never knew nothing different. So then my cousins, they're the ones that, I'm not Japanese myself, but my family, like, it's like not blood, but it might as well be, you know, because it's all
that's how you know.
I was born in it, not like sworn in it, like, you know what I'm saying?
Have you experienced, outside of like the food, have you experienced any of the Japanese culture?
I mean, hell yeah. Like, I mean, I have a whole grandmother, bro, like, who was 4'11". We used to always wear kimonos and like do all type of traditional things. And I come to their house, she watching Japanese soap operas and like, you know what I'm saying? The food, not even just that, but just the culture in general. Like, I've never been myself, but you know, shit, my whole family, you know, it's so many of them. Mm-hmm.
That's dope, man. So Mizzou can use that Harold's though.
Yeah, it can, and somebody got to do it. I ain't gonna do it no more because I got my own. Yeah, somebody it can use it, but somebody else got to do it.
Somebody got to do it.
One of y'all new kids that's going down there, y'all could take that on, but I ain't, nah.
What was your major down there?
Journalism.
Journalism.
Yeah,
Interesting.
for sure, yeah.
Hold on. And what? Okay, so you went from journalism. Now you're an entrepreneur.
A serial entrepreneur.
A serial entrepreneur. Like, did you do anything?
Nah, so it's a crazy story, bro. Like, my freshman year, when I went to college, it was just a crazy period in life in general because convergent media was changing, as I'm sure y'all know. Like, print was dying out, which was, you know, magazines, newspapers, whatever. And so my whole thing was I wanted to be in hip hop journalism. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to, my dream at the time, I wanted to write for
Double XL.
I wanted to write for Double XL. Like, that was like my goal at the time, you know? But I was realizing like what was going on at home. Like, this was 09, this was 08 really. This was like pre-Chief Keef, pre-Louie, pre-all of that.
So you like got Bump J and
yeah,
LEP.
Bump, LEP, Kanye, Twista, all of that. And it's like, I'm in the middle of nowhere. I'm in Columbia, Missouri. You know what I'm saying? Where it ain't really no culture that's could compare it to where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? And so historically, any time period where it be like violence and stuff like that, the creativity follows. And so when I was in school, I knew, because at that time, all you saw from Chicago was just like, oh, the killings and the numbers. I'm like, bro, the music gonna follow. And that what was being presented to the masses wasn't necessarily an accurate representation of our culture at that time. Not saying like the Lupes, the Kanyes, the Commons, the Twisters, the Bumps wasn't like archetypes that existed, but overall, the real culture in the streets that was happening, it was youth culture. And, you know, youth culture drive music always. It's a young man's sport. So I knew back then, like, bro, it's only a matter of time before we get 100 superstars. I knew it was finna be like this. And you could ask any of my friends, everybody. I told them, like, bro, we're gonna have it to the point to where the 59th hottest nigga from Chicago can take care of his family and sustain his like life off music. And it's like that now. Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't always like this, bro. Like, back then, you couldn't even make money off music, you know, unless you was doing a show or literally selling CDs hand in hand. It wasn't no streaming. It wasn't like, you know, that didn't exist. It just changed.
Yo, what's up? It's your girl Pretty Riot, and I'm sitting pretty, starting riots right here on Illinois.
I'm gonna let you finish, but did you tell them to listen to iLLANOiZE Radio?
Every Saturday from 4 to 6 p.m.
Well, I was getting to that, but y'all made a point, so I hope y'all tune in.
Do that.
Wow.
So before we went to break, we was talking about you know, you going to school for journalism, and you seeing what the city is became back then in 08.
Mm-hmm.
What was your love for music like at that time?
Well, I always loved music. Like, so when I was growing up, my best friend Josh, he was signed to a record label when we was like 10 years old. He was like on some Bow Wow, Lil Wish type shit, like, you know. And that's an ultra deep Chicago reference. If you're really from Chicago, you know who Lil Wish is, by the way.
That was the guy that was the first guy to rap on house tracks, right?
I don't know. I couldn't even tell you. Maybe. I just remember he was just like a heartthrob kid rapper back then. Like, you know. And so Josh was signed, and I was basically like his manager at 10. You know what I'm
was
saying?
his manager? You was the manager at 10?
Basically. There's
Hold
no
on,
cap. Like, bro,
about.
we on fucking 79th Street, passing out CDs. We in the studio. We doing shows. He doing shows with, like, famous artists and stuff like that, opening up for people. Like, he had, like, a real deal, real situation. And I just always loved music. So, shit, my best friend was a signed artist, and I was always with him. So it just kind of, like, became that. And I promise you, I'm doing the same thing that I do now when I was at 10 years old. I promise you. Doing the same thing.
Bruh,
Yeah.
Wow. That's some Diddy shit.
Possibly, yeah.
I want to take it back to journalism a little bit. You know, around the time Chicago music started, like spiking, do you feel journalists was covering Chicago in the best way?
No. But at that time, honestly, like, it wasn't even what you kind of alluding to, or what I believe that you're alluding to. At that time, it was damn near no coverage on Chicago. Like I said, it was really just Common, Kanye, Twista, Lupe, and
Chief
Bump.
Keef,
And Bump had already kind of like messed it up for other artists from his situation with Atlantic. They wasn't really trying to come sign street Chicago talent at that time. So the prospect of all the street Chicago rappers getting on was kind of like slim to none because of his situation. You know what I'm saying? They was like, oh, that's a bad investment. Like, just purely from a numbers thing, they're like, nah, we're not going to do that. So at that time, it took for Chief Keef to get all that money for them. That was like the next investment, and that was like a long gap from
it was from very
the
long
time
gap.
Atlantic signed Bump J to the time Chief Keef got signed. That was probably like 10 years, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously. You know, some astronomical figure of years, but yeah. So I went into journalism class, bro. It's like, you know, the little 101 class. Like, they had the teacher. First thing he said, he was like, "Bro, I made like 16,000 my first few years or something like that." And he was like, "If you in this for money, this ain't for you." And I was like, "Bet." You feel me? Period.
Did you walk out? Or
I might as well have. I mentally walked out at that point. You know, I didn't physically walk out, but I mentally walked out at that point. It was like he told me everything I needed to know. Like, I definitely wanted to do hip hop journalism at that time. I really thought, like, cause at my house I had like still to this day I got like a big tub of XXL magazines. Like, I used to read them, and I was like a huge Lil Wayne fan. I remember the day Wayne got like the cover of XXL, and that was like huge to me. My mom was like, "Damn, you really been up on dude for like 10 years, and now he on cover a magazine and stuff like that." So she knew I kind of like had it, but yeah, my point was that at that time, because of the landscape of media in general, like, there was no money really coming in, except, like, this was pre-blog era too, bro. You know what I'm saying? This was pre all of that. Yeah. So this was kind of like limbo. Like, it wasn't, print was dying, and it wasn't really monetizing in the internet space yet. So it's kind of like, damn, what you gonna do? But if I was smart, knowing what I know now, it was the class called Convergent Media that I didn't take because I took magazine journalism. So it was like you could have at Mizzou, you had focus in a journalism school. You could do magazine, newspaper, print, television, whatever. I went to magazine, but I should have went to Convergent Media. Convergent Media was just this, like podcasts, blogging, whatever. Just basically the new form of what hip hop media became. Yeah. So if I was smart, I would have just stuck with it and, you know, did my own thing instead of listening to the teacher about the money thing. You know what I'm saying? Because from that point forward, that just took me to like a crazy path in life. You know what I'm saying? So just seriously, because I'm thinking about like the money, but everything not really about that though. You know?
That's true. It is opportunities too.
Exactly.
Within like you just said, the media, the broadcast.
Yeah.
So at that point, it probably was just 16 racks. Now, man.
How do you feel about media and journalism now looking at it?
It's great. It's great. Like, you could, bro, we in a room, like, you know, like, you could do anything now, like, and monetize it. Like, niggas is literally in a basements and making millions of dollars off of media. You know what I'm saying? Literally. Like, bro, you don't need, the barrier to entry is non-existent anymore. You know what I'm saying? And it's all about how you make it. And that's where my head was messed up back then. I'm just thinking about somebody paying you instead of you paying yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't even a YouTube really. It might have been back then, but like
YouTube was just started.
Yeah, like, and the idea of monetizing it was just so new. Like, and so it was just crazy, bro. Like, and yeah, so I ended up coming home because I knew that the music was coming. And so it was about the star basketball player of Mizzou was from Chicago. His name's Stephon Hanna, and he was the star basketball player of Mizzou. And so he was like a friend of my business partner and Koto family. And he was just look out for my partner Kalen, and we'd be riding in his car with him and stuff like that. He had like the big truck on rims and stuff. He was like the man. He was the star player at the school, so we used to hang out with him. We was freshmen. He was like a junior, senior, whatever. Right. And he put me on Louie because they both went to Hyde Park together. That was like his close friend. You feel me? He put me on Louie. This like What That Mouth Do Louie though, not like none of the drill,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
It's
literally,
that fun.
Exactly.
Have fun, Louie.
But I'm like, no, this hard, this raw. Like I'm hearing it in my ears. I'm like, bro, nah, this is different. This ain't Bum J. It's not Kanye. This not Common. This like, you know, what's really going on. What's really representation of like youth culture at the time. So I'm like, nah, this nigga hard. So I came home and basically I just found Louie. My friend DJ Twin plugged me with him. And then I ended up being his manager. And this was in 2009, maybe 10, maybe. Like, you know, it's merch. Like my name on the back of his mixtape, More Bullshit, as an executive producer.
Damn, so that was your first taste of being in the music
for sure. Like
outside of you being 10 years old.
Man. Yeah, for sure. Like that was, but it felt the same because it was crazy, right? My that's really like my little brother, Twin. He just took me right to Louie house at the time, I think, or wherever we met him at somewhere. I think he wanted him to do a tape for him or something like that. And Twin knew how I really liked his music. And he like, come meet him with me. And bro, the man handed me a USB stick filled with like 100 songs. So imagine if like somebody who one of your favorite rappers that you listening to just hand you their whole catalog of music.
Man,
imagine of unreleased music. You feel me? The man, whatever my pitch was that I said to him or whatever, it worked. And he just gave me his USB stick of all his unreleased music. Like, bro, I don't even want to rap no more. Whatever you want to do with this, do with it. You feel me? And so I put tapes together from the music that he gave me. And then that's how we started building his buzz up. But he was already signed. He already had like a team, which is dope. And them, like, you know, and so, but at the time, Louie just started to, cause he was like with Fly Entertainment, but he didn't really have a manager type thing. So that's when I came in and really took that over for him personally.
Ground.
Exactly. But at that time, he wasn't like the clear front runner, but like slowly but surely, like I'd be with him and I see people that know him, like, oh, like, but before, like, cause my brother, one of my best friends, Daryl, he started shooting his videos, and so his videos started giving Louie like a visual presence, and so where we'll go out in public, people wouldn't know who he is, but then weeks later we'll be out at the store, somebody like, oh, there go dude, you know what I'm saying, and you know that's purely just from the visuals coming out, you know, and it wasn't like that before. Like they knew, like I just said, he was What That Mouth Do Louie. I knew his music, but I didn't know like his like image, you know, and so yeah.
Before we get into this break, like when you work with an artist, what's the very first thing you start to look for as far as like developing?
Okay, I don't even want to work with artists though. So currently, but back then, if I was working with an artist, it would just have to be the music. But now I don't work with artists no more. I work with producers, and only that's
we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that because
it's not like a negative thing or nothing like that. It's just growth, really. You know, I found my niche, honestly. But the music got to be hard. Period.
Is your business struggling? Trying to get your followers up? No problem. You can advertise with us right now. Tap that link above. Now let's get back to the show. Before the break, you know, we were talking, I had asked you about like what you look for in an artist first when, you know, you link up with them, and you had stated that, you know, you no longer work with artists, you work with producers. What led to that transition?
Personally, I think that's just like a better niche for me. I personally feel like artists are like very ego driven by nature, and it's like just the nature of the beast. Like if you a dope artist, you gotta have an ego. Period. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like producers and DJ and stuff like that are more humbler people, and I think that the way that my personality is, it work better.
Do you?
Period.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, speaking on ego, in a way, do you also feel like that's why we have talent, we have stars here, but do you feel like ego get in the way of what actually could be bigger here?
1000%. I feel like being from Chicago, we broken, bro. Like, just in general, like, we don't love each other. We don't help each other like we supposed to. Like, I know this so cliche. Like, you go to other cities, it just be love for real. You know, like, I feel like, and it's so unfortunate. My biggest success in music is with somebody from somewhere else. It's his name is Jew. He from Dallas, and his producer tag is in If the Beat Live. You know, Lil Jew made it. He make all Megan Thee Stallion music and so many other people, Beyonce, Dirk, whatever. But give it to me.
Aw,
This is my daughter.
as y'all hear, we got the kids today. Aw.
Oh,
And one thing I would say, man, Cam is definitely a family man. I went to Koto Hibachi. I want to say about 2 weeks ago. No, about a week ago. I went to Koto Hibachi to grab me some food.
she like, I want to be in front of the camera.
And his daughter was working the register, so that's how you know, hey, this is embedded, man. You got to get them
For
started
sure.
early.
This a family business.
And so you said Lil Jew made the beat.
Yeah, so like it's unfortunate that my biggest success came with him and he not from here. And I tried to work with so many other people. I mean, I have worked with so many other people, and I take accountability for like my being like a Chicago nigga-ness, like, you know what I'm saying? So no, just in general, bro, cause like I say, the trust factor don't really be there like how it's supposed to. The love really don't be there like it's supposed to. And it is in certain spots. I'm just talking about like overall, like we don't really be like trustworthy, bro. Like when it comes to like doing business, I done seen so many examples of that on a major scale, like that I don't know if I could have done the same thing with somebody from here that I did with bro. You know what I'm saying? That hurt me. But I hope that in the future it changed. Like, I mean, it's been so many countless examples of success from the city, don't get me wrong, but I just feel like by and large, it got to be like a mentality change, period.
What was the connection? How did that connection come?
With you and Lil Jew.
Yeah.
My business partner in that company, L, shout out my brother Els, he's from Dallas. And he lived here.
Aww.
Give me the bottle. He lived here and he came and went to Columbia College. And so they knew each other from just like social circles and stuff like that. And come on, buddy. And they had a relationship and they was both cool and was friends. And when he became getting a little bit of traction with Megan, he called Els and was like, bro, what do I do? And Els and his best friend, or one of his good friends, Keese, shout out Keese, told them, like, bro, you should talk to Cam.
Okay.
Cam know what he doing
Is
with
Keese
his
from
music
here?
stuff. No, Keese is from Dallas as well.
Okay.
And I just got my Dallas plugs, and basically my partner Els and I and Keith with us, we just kind of like took over that whole situation. And this was like at the time when Megan had just dropped Big Old Freak, and it was like just charting and stuff like that, and publishers was calling him and offering him money and stuff like that, and he ain't know what to do. But it's crazy because at the time me and Els had just got a studio in Music Garage, and we used to go there every day and just watch YouTube videos and listen to music and study music publishing and study this business. And so when it came time for Jew, we knew exactly what to do, bro.
So I wanna ask you though, because you said it was a time where he didn't know what to do when he had these public, people sending him money to do the beats and what to do with it. So for artists out there, producers out there that get in a situation like that, what's some things that they should do first?
Step one, get an attorney. Step one, get you an attorney. Not somebody that the publisher connect you with neither. Your own personal attorney who got your best interest at heart. Step two, create a team. Create some people that you trust, that you could. If you not smart yourself or not educated yourself, if you don't want to read books or educate yourself, find somebody who is. But if you do want to educate yourself, read all you need to know about the music business by Donald Passman. I repeat, read All You Need to Know About the Music Business by Donald Passman. That book helped us do everything, period. That interviews and, you know what I'm saying, that just helped us learn and navigate turning Jew first offer to a 5-figure offer to a 7-figure offer, which we ended up closing, a 7-figure offer. You know what I'm saying? In 6 months, 7 months. Damn. It's crazy. I know.
From a book. I'm just saying, like, from reading the book.
Yeah, the knowledge that we got from that book, definitely. Like, they was offering him stuff, and we just knew to keep turning things down. And we knew the value of the intellectual property that he owned, period.
Yo, what's up? It's your girl, Pretty Right, and I need you to do one sminy. Yo, what's up? It's your girl, Pretty Riot, and I just need you to do one small favor for me. Head on over to your app store, search iLLANOiZE. Hit the first thing that pops up because we the one and only, and download the iLLANOiZE app.
Before we went to break, we was talking about you hooking up with the Dallas producer Jew and creating some dope things and doing dope things. And you also during the break, you showed me the certificate for the Grammy win. The production company you got, what's the name of it?
It's called Fair Taste Co. It's really a management company, more than anything. And it's me and my partner, Els, the DJ. It's me and his company. And we manage a few producers. We got Lil Ju Made the Beat. We got One Hit Wonder. We got Franchise Did It. We got Boom Squad, record label, the whole Lil Ju, his whole production team. So that's like Pro and Hip Mob and just everybody. You know, we probably got a few producers. Then just on some brotherly stuff, I help anybody with their work. Like I still like Seasick. That's like my brother. We be bouncing ideas off each other all the time and. I just love working with producers, bro, because I really learned the music publishing business. I really learned how to monetize the money from music. And that's one thing that I didn't know how to do when I was managing artists. I didn't know how to monetize it at the time. And if I did know, my life probably would have been different, you know?
Do you know now?
I just said, I know, bro, I know how to get every last dollar. If you're a producer, and you got a hit record, call my phone. I'm going to get every last dollar that's owed to you, period. I'm going to get every last dollar that's owed to you.
What's some songs that come from your camp that we might have heard?
What do we got? We got Big Old Freak by Megan Thee Stallion. Pretty much all of her hit records, minus Savage and what? So, Big Old Freak, Cash Shit, Thought Shit, Captain Hook, Body yaddy yaddy yaddy. Then bro just did Thick on Beyonce album. That's what we won the Grammy for. Oh, then we was on Lil Baby album. What's the album? The one that just came out?
I forgot the title of the album as well.
No, it didn't.
Okay, so it's the one with the hit song California Breeze.
Yeah, that one. The most recent one, yeah. But
That's
the
my
record
joint.
on there was the
And hey,
it's something with Pooh Shiesty. It's the record on there with Pooh Shiesty. That's all that's all I can remember. No, it's cool. It's cool. Don't worry about it.
That's his manager.
Cool.
That's his manager he talking to.
His daughter.
Yeah, she knows everything. But yeah, then we just had a record on Dirk album, Same Side, featuring Rob 49. Man, so many things, bro. Honestly, it's so much. I think that was just like the tip of the iceberg, for real. I mean, we got so much more coming.
And I want to speak a little bit on the producers too, because it's like you work with a lot of producers, and you know we were speaking on like artists to producers. What is it in the producers that you know? Matter of fact, before I even say that, how is it working with a group of producers, like for the producers themselves? Do they click like family? Or okay, because I was gonna say, or do you see any type of egos in that as well?
No, that's why, bro, I love it. It be collaborative effort, period. Like, and I'm really blessed to even be around the level of talent that I be around. I be seeing some amazing things, bro. Like all these musically inclined people. I couldn't make a beat if you paid me, bro, seriously. But I know good music when I hear it. I couldn't make a beat though, and I just so admire them for what they do. But they taught me collab culture. I never knew about producer collab culture, but we got a good scene here, though. Don't get me wrong. Like, producers here will collab and work together, but I never knew about the concept of multiple people working on one beat before.
That's an Atlanta thing.
Yeah, but not even. That's a Neptune thing. That's a Pharrell and Chad thing.
Yeah.
Like, they was like, that's a Quincy Jones thing. Like, that's like a music thing, really.
Yeah.
Music is collaborative historically. But you're right. Atlanta do got the
With the
collab
hip-hop.
with Sunny Digital
Yeah,
and Metro
with-
and 808 Mafia, Southside. They definitely invented young niggas collabing and made it cool for young niggas to collab and work together. TM88 and all that.
Yeah.
You're 100% right. But it go even deeper than that, bro. Music has always been collaborative. And so I really didn't understand that fact until I was in the room and got to see it. You know what I'm saying? And so, bro, they be going crazy. Somebody do the drums, somebody do the melody, somebody do the tempo, somebody do this, and shit, we make hit records off of it, bro. Seriously.
And that was the original question before I asked you that I was gonna ask, and you answered it. That's why I'm like, so, so Fair Taste Company is. Are you all looking for additional producers to add to the team? Or how can people reach out?
We always looking for talent, bro. But it's like I don't want to be so big to where we can't give you the attention that you deserve. And right now, I'm spread so thin with running the restaurant and this one right here and everything. Bro, you got to be extremely talented for me to want to come work with you. You know? No, you got to be extremely talented, and more than being extremely talented, you got to be a great person. You got to be humble, you got to be hardworking, and you got to appreciate what we going to do for you more than anything. Like, all that good talent and all that stuff, that's cool, but is you just like a good person at the end of the day? Because I can't work with you if you just like not a good person, you know?
Yeah, same.
Because I'm gonna treat you like bro, I can't do this shit, and that's my problem. I be going too deep really with the music, and it's like, if we gonna do it, we gonna do it. So you got to step for me like I'm willing to step for you. Period. You know.
Now, before I tap back into restaurant, Grammy, we just spoke on. We tad bit touched on it. How has that Grammy win impacted you all's management company?
I would say it more than anything, it just gave us motivation to want to get another one. More than anything, like yeah, sure, the prices is up and stuff like that, but that's fleeting. More than anything, it's just like validation and just motivation to keep going. We was at the Grammys this year. We was like, man, bro, we want to make sure we got a reason to come back. So we come get her. We just want to make sure we got a reason to come back. We'll take her out. I think it's hot again. Yeah. But yeah, that's the main thing. Like just the inspiration to keep going. I wouldn't say like, it's like the major thing that's changed or nothing like that. No, it's just a little plaque and Jew got a medal. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's cool.
Still back to work.
Yeah, that's period. That's it. That's all.
Now, we talked a lot about the music. We talked about the journalism. But knowing that your background is pretty much in the music industry, within the music industry, my brother, was it challenging for you to go from music to the restaurant industry?
Every single day. I'm hiring right now. Is anybody looking for a management position at Koto Hibachi? Hit my phone, and you got to be dead ass serious. Like, I love to do it, don't get me wrong, but I be in there, as you see, with my child, and I'm in there behind the register doing everything some days, and I'd much rather be in the studio. But I know that this is what I have to do to build this company up, and we have to be there for the first year or whatever. And I'm like right now, I'm 6 months in. So you looking at somebody that's deep in a process, like right in the middle of it. So everything I'm saying is coming from a place of I'm tired. You know what I'm saying?
That overwhelm.
Yeah, I'm 6 months into it. So, I'm ready to get the other 6 months out the way, and then that way we could get the systems and staff in place to where it could run with minimal involvement from me and my partner. You know what I'm saying?
So some of the challenges is pretty much like staffing for you right now.
Staffing and just having to physically be there, because a lot of the music industry is traveling. A lot of the music industry is being in the room. And so I love my partner Els because he been holding it down for me right now. And Jew and the rest of the team, they understand what I'm doing because shit, eventually we gonna get Kotos in a few different places. We gonna get them in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? So they understand what we doing, but it's just right now that's the hard part, you know, because I would much rather be in the studio. I would much rather be traveling on a plane, or much rather be with my family or something like that. But I'm in a restaurant, you know. But this is another one of my goals, and I'm not complaining. I'm grateful. Thank you, God. But it's just hard to balance it. Period.
Revenue wise, you know, you said how, you know, you can get a person, they sink money, all that. You if you're an artist, I hope you tuned in. You know, you can get them their money. On the restaurant side of things, though, is that a little more like liquid cash for you all, or is it a little slower, still a learning process?
It's funny, bro, cause like I haven't had like cash in so long. Like I'm not used to having knots of money in my pockets no more, and so I be having lots of money in my pockets now, and it be funny because like, damn, I ain't had this in a long time. Like, cause with the music, it's all card and you know what I'm saying, whatever. Like in the digital, exactly. Yeah. So the restaurant be bringing in cash money, and it's like the first time I be having cash money, I be like, damn, bro, it's crazy. But I mean, we're learning it. It's definitely doing good. It's definitely a blessing. Don't get me wrong, but we learning it. 6 months in the process, you know, 6 months in. I know it's crazy. Y'all was just 6 months ago, bro. It was January though. It's colder. Now it's about 100 degrees outside, you know. So.
And the love has been there, yo. So many people has popped out, showed love. I see a lot of like influencers coming through and showing the restaurant love as well.
And that be organic, I promise you. We ain't like going to chasing niggas to pay them or nothing like that. It really just be organic off relationships or just off genuine love. You know what I'm saying? And I really appreciate that too, cause it be the same thing. That's how I feel about an artist. So it's funny because I market the restaurant like I market a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like I market an artist, and I told my partner that, like, bro, I got this. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? And so, as an artist, I'm not gonna tell you to pay for a feature, honestly, if it don't really make sense. Cause sometimes paying for a feature don't really be the best use of your funds. So like that's how I look at these influencers. I'm not necessarily gonna pay you if it's not organic. Like sometimes it'd be best when the artists are on the same level and it be swapping. You know what I'm saying? That's like at the highest level of rap, people don't pay for features, bro. Like it be swaps. It be verse for verse. My verse is valuable, your verse is valuable.
Let's put it together.
My restaurant is valuable, your content is valuable. Let's put something together. Like, you know what I mean? And that's not to say I'm opposed to like that, but just based on my business model with music, like I wouldn't suggest anybody just go and pay any top artist for a feature, because I don't think that's the best use of your funds. I might just press fast forward on your shit and go right to Drake part, like, you know what I'm saying, because that's often what happens, you know.
And let's be honest, some artists get big time features, and the big time artists don't even promote it, don't
support it, don't repost it, won't hop in the video.
None of that.
You know what I'm saying? So basically you just spent your money and got your feature, and that's that, you know. So like I say, I look at it like an artist, and it's been so much support and love and shit. Thank y'all for real.
What's the what from the management company and the restaurant? What gives you the most excitement?
I love music, bro. Like, I'm sorry, I love music. I've been doing it since, like I said, I was a kid, and it's really my passion. However, the restaurant is important. It's for my family legacy. Like, you know, it's something that we want to do, and it's just something that we got to execute, period. Like,
I think it's cool you got the restaurant, man.
Yeah, I think it's cool, different. Too. Don't get me wrong. And I'm grateful. I'm very appreciative, and I'm humbled by the experience, but y'all just talking to somebody who just love to be in the studio. And so me being behind the register may not be the best use of my brain power.
But you're getting it done.
Exactly. For sure.
And again, like I was saying, Koto Hibachi is it's different. Like it's black owned.
It's a vibe in there.
Hibachi spot. You
it's
know?
Cool. I love the vibe when I walked in there. It just felt cool. Like we was just chilling.
Yeah, it's a chill, you know what I mean? It take the song and dance out of it. You know, it's just love. It's just cool vibe.
And another thing, it's takeout.
Yeah, it's takeout. Or you can eat there if you want, but I'm not. Nobody's gonna come take your order. You just come to the register and get it. You sit down and eat yourself. But it's a vibe. It's like Chipotle, really. You know, the Chipotle of hibachi.
And
It's
if you-
real dope.
If you got allergies like me,
Let me know.
Exactly. They
Let
gonna
it be
get you
known.
right because I can't do the nuts and things of that nature. They gonna
Pause.
get you right. Damn.
Pause, son. Word to Cam and Mace. Pause.
Let it be known.
Hey, you gotta let people know where Koto Hibachi is located, as well as how they can stay updated and in tune with you. Cam?
Koto Hibachi is located 258 West 31st Street on the northeast corner of 31st and Princeton, right off the Dan Ryan Expressway going west, like by the Shell gas station.
I think that's what make it even more cooler.
Yeah. What even before we end things? What even made you all pick that spot?
We saw a few locations, but I always wanted to. So I seen people hustle in the past, and proximity to expressway is a major advantage when you hustling. Period. That's like prime real estate. Proximity to expressway. So I knew I wanted to be close to an expressway. I wanted to be close to the Dan Ryan, close to wherever we are, cause bro, I got people that come from out west. They be taking them 8 minutes to get there, cause all you gotta do is jump right on 290, get right off on 31st, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Sweet.
Or you on 95th, you just hop right on the Dan Ryan, get off on 31st, is right there. So it was just a main artery, and it's a good neighborhood, kind of, to where people feel comfortable going there. It's not like a trenchy vibe, you know what I'm saying? To where you gotta feel uncomfortable, or because people feel comfortable sitting in there. People feel comfortable eating in there. People who I know personally wouldn't feel comfortable eating on 63rd Street or something like that. They'll come there and feel comfortable sitting down and eating. So I put that into the program. We just thought like, okay, we need a location that's close to an expressway in the acceptable neighborhood for everybody to come and it don't feel uncomfortable.
Dope ass spot.
That's dope. It's dope as hell.
Give out the handles where people can follow, and of course stay in tune with you as well.
The handle for the restaurant is Koto, Koto, Hibachi, Hibachi, Koto Hibachi Shy. My Instagram is Cam Sigliere, CAMSIGLIERE, and that's on Instagram, Twitter, whatever else I'm on.
And make sure y'all follow.
And hold up, Fair Taste Co. FAIRTASTECO. And shout out to Kaylin, shout out to L, shout out everybody. Just love.